outside of the school is that all those things that I see are places that I can go to, that I can visit. I just love that sensation knowing that that is real.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
It looks like Hermione a little bit.
Harry Potter, ooh, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, ah, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, ooh, Harry Potter, Harry Potter, ah.
I'm going crazy.
Wagwan YouTube. Wagwan. Today is the day where we get to react to Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. They're giving us a gift. I was on Twitter, bored at home, just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and then I saw Hogwarts Legacy official account tweet out that they're broadcasting live gameplay for the new Hogwarts Legacy. Did I download it? Yeah, I did download it. Pre-ordered as soon as they announced it, like months ago. It's just sitting on my Xbox getting ready to download. I am ready to play this game, bro. I'm too hyped. I'm too hyped for this damn game.
Daddy, chill.
What time is it right now? It's like 5:22 until we get to react to live gameplay. Am I tired? Yeah, I am tired. But did that stop Harry from killing Voldemort? Huh? Ask thyself your question.
How you feeling, man?
You know, in my the other one won't even see eye to eye, period, though. You know?
Okay.
Ask yourself that question, right? Because Harry didn't quit. Would you quit?
That's right! I killed him! Remember that? Yeah! That was great! Yeah! Let's all celebrate! You love it, kids! Yeah!
Harry Potter was the story of that movie, but Hogwarts should be something completely different. I hope they go in that direction. But without further ado, Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. Abrupt finish. Bro, just give it. Just give me a game, bro. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. I want it all. 1 minute left. Let's go. I need to chill. What am I saying? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me the gameplay, baby. Give me the... Yes. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, my goodness. It's beautiful. Yo, I haven't been this hyped for a game in a long time. I am dead serious right now. W.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. I'm Chandler Wood, community manager here at Avalanche Software, and we've got a lot of really exciting stuff to show you today. But before we get into showing you the game and gameplay, I have a few wonderful guests.
No, don't you dare. Oh.
You two. First up, we have our community guest host. He brings you the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. He's the local Merlin conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
One half of Expecto Go, James Whitehead.
Hey, what's good, James?
Yes, I'm James Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. And I am one half of Expecto Go, the better half. My wife, Sue, represents that other half. So I'm excited to be here, and thank you, Avalanche Software, for inviting me. I cannot wait to go over this game. Like, I just got to say that.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. And we've got two people from the studio, just two of the many people bringing this thing together, the magic of Hogwarts Legacy. game director Alan 2,
Alan
and
2.
senior environment
Don't
artist
fail
and
me. I
Hogwarts
like that
expert,
Ravenclaw
Boston
badge
Madsen.
though.
So thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules right now to sit down with us to help us show everybody gameplay.
Bro, look at me.
So what we're going to be showing you today, first,
I'm not that
the character
religious.
creator, because
I'm like praying that this game is
it's your
good.
legacy, and you have to create yourself when you get into to get into Hogwarts and bring your whole authentic self to Hogwarts. So we're going to show you that character creator. Then we're going to dive into a tour of Hogwarts, and it is
character
it's just a small
creator?
tour of
Wait,
Hogwarts,
as in
right?
you can
Because
create more
Hogwarts is
characters?
huge. Hogwarts is really big. So we're going to be showing you a little bit, but it's still a lot.
I didn't know that.
So, and finally, ending up with combat. A little taste of combat, a little taste of how all that works.
Let's go. Let's
just
go.
a little taste, yeah.
Just a little
we're excited
taste?
to get there. But again, first and
Come
foremost,
on,
we need to
Chandler.
get into this character creator. And James, with you here, we wanted to let you create this character. So, Andrew, who is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture today, is going to be handing you the controller.
Oh my gosh. All right, I won't break anything.
You son of a...
All right, so what are we looking at right here on this screen?
These are your presets. So a lot like other games, there's
let's go.
there's some initial settings that you can choose for your character that just kind of get them into like the ballpark of what you want to be, who you want to be, and what you want to change.
Oh man.
And then once you're in that ballpark, all the other tabs let you dial that in, be exactly who you want to be. It's our goal with this is to make sure that for anyone that fantasized about bringing themselves to the school for the very first time, that they feel like they have the options in order to represent who they are and essentially bring themselves to Hogwarts or whatever character they want to bring to Hogwarts.
Oh my god, and options galore. Do you mind if I try to put myself in here right quick?
It's all about you today.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's me. We're here. That's me right there. All right, so that's step one.
We're pretty close, but let's look at everything
Okay,
here.
let's
Play around with some of these options, like really.
All right, so what are we looking at with this option over here with the tab? I see face stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of the different faces that you saw in the previous screen, all those faces are choices that you have here. So you can, now you're just kind of getting into the details in your face shape, in your skin color. And then because we knew a lot of people going right in are going to want it right away, even though it's an option later in the game, you can collect different types of glasses, put them on later. We give you some options right up front if you want to have glasses for your character.
Oh man, oh my gosh, look at the structure of the faces.
Yeah, dude, the details are insane.
You guys thought of crazy. I like that. I don't think my face is that skinny, but I think we'll go with that. I think we'll go that route. And down here is this.
Those are your glasses there. Yeah.
Oh, so we could go Harry Potter if we want. Off the jump. Oh man, and this is just some of the options, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so through the course of the game, there's a lot of different options that you'll keep unlocking.
Okay.
So as part of kind of like gear for the character, there's lots of different classes. There's even masks. There's all kinds of things over the course of the game.
I like how it's all Victorian era, though.
Yeah,
like,
right up front.
Such a good call. Such a good call. Oh my gosh. All right, so now, we can go fleek on this one with the hair.
I spend a lot of time here just like dreaming about my different characters. And what they're gonna be
gosh, the pony. The thing I'm always amazed by whenever I see any aspects of Hogwarts Legacy's character creator is just the texture. And like you even adding the bounce with the hair moving around. That kind of looks like Hermione a little bit. I'm not even gonna just I'm not fretting. And we can just go, can I go like Tonks purple or green a little bit?
Absolutely.
My brain is like mind blasting right now,
is
bro.
So cool.
Like,
I like that.
The details they are giving us right now. This game is gonna be such a good game when it comes out.
I'm
feeling the
I used
dreads.
to have
Hold
this
up.
type of hair like way back.
Hold up. Wait.
I wanted
hold up.
silver tips, so that was the closest I got to any color. But oh my gosh, this is so cool. So you literally can bring yourself. Like it's a myriad of textures and different hairstyles here. All right, so now we're getting over here to play around with some of the...
These are more subtle options. We've got freckles, moles, different things like when it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes, maybe like some shading on the cheeks.
Oh, man. You guys literally thought of everything.
Yeah. No, seriously.
I do have
they literally thought of
And then
everything.
the scars are one of those options where, Harry had his own unique scar, but you can come in with different scar options.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Wow.
I didn't even see that.
Wow.
Those are my favorite. The eyebrow scars. Love those.
You look kind of like,
classic.
you look kind of just like tough. But
my brain right now,
over here.
I can't handle this right now. My brain is insane right now.
This is so sick.
How am I supposed to sleep knowing that this is not
getting
out
more
yet?
subtle.
Like,
Really like dialing in that face to really get your...
I don't know how revealing I want to be with my facial features now. Just like, I kind of have a big face. Yeah, my eyebrows kind of sit kind of low. But I mean, literally, you have so many options just starting the game. I feel like I'm going to be here like forever.
You and me both.
And then this final tab here, this is where you kind of bring your whole character together. This is where you finalize everything. You're not choosing your house here.
Okay.
That's not yet.
That was a theory.
But here's where you bring you choose voice 1 or voice 2, which is more kind of a masculine or a feminine voice, and then even within that, changing your pitch, the pitch slider.
It's a subtle slider, but you can
change it. You can change your pitch as well, bro.
The differences. But
They
you choose
literally
which
was
kind of
like,
voice that you want.
It's like
You'll be selecting your difficulty here. For
Hogwarts
today, we'll just go
was
normal
like,
because
I need a bed.
Andrew's going to be
And Sims 4
taking
was
us
like,
through some of the
single,
experiences
bruh?
with combat later.
And we can talk a little more about difficulty, with combat and how that plays
like that?
in.
That is
But I think
interesting.
the important thing here is like if for people who aren't gamers, especially, story mode is a way to get into this without being worried about like, oh, do I need to be good at games? Like, no, just enjoy this game.
And I will put expecto and then go.
Okay, so story,
And then,
easy, normal, hard.
whether you want to
Bro,
be
we're
witch or
going
wizard.
hard, bro. We're going hard.
What do you think, character creator? We're good?
I'm good. Let's explore Hogwarts and let's get into some combat.
All right. Through the magic of using a dev kit, we're going to be loading up a save a little later in, so that we can show you more about Hogwarts and give you that taste of combat. All right, Andrew's got some gameplay pulled up for us here. We are starting out, James. There you are. You're wearing the House Fanatic robes from the account linking.
Thank you. I do look good. And this is our first look at the Hufflepuff common room, I'm assuming. I mean, dorm room.
The dorm room.
Yeah. This is awesome. But Alan, what are we seeing right here with the UI? Because this is our first look.
So right now, we know there's been a lot of questions about about the HUD because this is the first time we're showing it. So kind of going over it from right to left, on the bottom right is what we call our spell diamond.
This is gonna look nice on Xbox.
Everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over 20 slottable spells that you can earn over the course of the game.
Okay.
And that's where the player can place them and use them and access them very quickly. To the top left of that is you'll see the D-pad, and on the left is an eyeball, and on the right is a bit of a grid. So the eyeball is an example of one of, not a slottable spell, but what we call an essential spell. There are certain spells that are used in very specific contexts or that we just want on the controller at all times. And Revelo is one of those. That's left on the D-pad. On the right on the D-pad is that grid represents where you might slot spells. And so right now, today, we're not going to be going into the spell slotting menu because we feel like there's a lot of spoilers there. Like what are all the spells and what can we do.
I like spoilers, but I understand.
But we do want to make sure there's still some goodies left to share with everyone. And then on the left side, that thing that has the L1 button next to it, that's another thing where we don't want to spoil, but basically that's where you access your tool wheel. So there's a lot of magical tools that you're going to be kind of growing over the course of the game. And so that's where you would access them rapidly is our tool wheel.
Okay, cool.
There are a few things that I left off the table on the right. The green bar is your health, and basically there's a potion next to it. That's how you might heal. The bar above it, we're keeping a secret for now. I apologize. And all the way on the left is our mini-map with a kind of overhead view of where you are currently in your common room that updates as you travel through Hogwarts and beyond out into the world. And for those fans out there that aren't a huge fan of minimaps, because we know they exist, there's also options to remove the minimap and turn on or off different elements of our HUD.
Bro,
Really immerse
everything's
yourself.
so customizable.
And we'll go more into the spells as we get into combat, but that's what you're seeing there. And this is our HUD.
Also, Andrew's giving us a good look over here. I want to call out. I'm a big fan of the bedside tables in the dormitories. Very nice bedside tables.
They are nice bedside tables.
Yeah.
The honey-colored wood was mentioned in the writing. It's part of lore.
It's part of lore. There we go. All right.
So now we're walking out into.
We really tried making these low-ceilinged dorms to give you that Badger set sort of feel.
And the first thing I know is the music. The score is amazing with this.
Gorgeous.
Bro,
and I'm calling out here.
I'm so invested right now.
This
My
is
brain
unique
is
music
like
that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room. Go back to those Common Room videos we released. You'll notice the music's a little bit different, and that is entirely intentional.
Hufflepuff, I want Ravenclaw, man.
We just want to welcome you to your common room in every single house, just a little bit differently. So you can customize that experience right away.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Look at that.
The
So, I mean, beautiful design. We
FPS,
could spend like the entire rest of the stream just in the common room here and talking about it, and I'm sure Boston and James could be like just geeking out over it.
This on PC is gonna be nuts.
All the details come from J.K. Rowling's writings for this common room. The
Team
round
Xbox,
doors, the hanging vines, even the dancing badgers on the
It's
fireplace.
got a real earthy vibe.
It's very, very earthy.
Which is like elements for each of the houses, right? Like,
Hufflepuff is earth, Ravenclaw is air, Gryffindor is fire, and Slytherin is water. We really leaned into that for each common room.
Wow.
So it feels earthy. We've got a little earthen passageway. That's what we were. Hopefully, it should feel very familiar.
Yeah, it does. It does.
That's awesome.
But
That's
I
awesome.
know you don't want to leave, but we're gonna be leaving.
No. Slow it down, bro.
I understand.
Slow it down.
Whoa, the sound effects though. Like, looking back at the past trailers, it was just music, but kind of hearing how Hogwarts is now. It's so cool.
It's tactile.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Use Revelio right here, because there's a little magic going on.
You notice a little something. Yeah. So these are something that we kind of interchangeably call Revelio pages or lore pages. And you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen. You see that we got some XP for it. And you can also see that we've advanced something called like a field guide challenge up in the corner. So I want to talk about that a little bit. So we had to ask ourselves, what?
Continue, I'm sorry.
There may be something you may or may not be able to tickle there. But in our game, we had to answer the question, we're a late fifth year. What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other students?
Okay.
And so we have an answer to that question, and it's given to you by the staff. So there's something that we call the Wizard's Field Guide that's granted to you early on in the game. And the Wizard's Field Guide is how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here, before we push forward a little bit, you can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's Field Guide. You can see your house kind of crest overlaid over it. Right? And you can see that on your level as well. So that the field guide has this magical property of looking out into the world around you. And the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors that granted it to you as a late fifth year student
Destiny
is
2.
because they want it to help you catch up to the other kids. And its magical property is to discover different opportunities to learn and grow all around you. So the way it works is, as you discover gameplay in the game, it actually recognizes that as a challenge, which is kind of locked into there. And Andrew, if you go in there, you'll see different types of challenges that are combat challenges, quest challenges, exploration challenges, and you can see field guide pages are on there as well.
So 1%. We unlocked that one field guide page.
That entire category is one of the ways that the book itself kind of fills out into the school and spills out into the school and kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that you're actually going to interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells.
This is unbelievable.
And so that thing that we just saw is not just a field guide challenge and a way to earn XP. It's also something that that players can use to learn about the school as they're traveling around. They spot these little secret facts and they can kind of play a little bit of a game discovering all of them. And there are over 100 field guide pages.
He just needs to be quiet and just take my money.
We're not gonna
be quiet and just take my money.
All the portraits.
I mean, you already did.
And I did notice
I'll
the
pay
blue flame
again,
just
bro.
ignites
I'll
right
pay
there,
again.
which was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Fast travel points there.
Dude.
house hourglasses. We had to. How much fun was it designing those and putting all those in there?
They're gorgeous, but they're just like
I
in
want
the
that
book.
in my house.
Right next to the Great Hall.
It's a nod to lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system in the game.
We
It is
turn it into
narratively.
like a gameplay system, but it's definitely present throughout our narrative. And there are lots of choices where we want to nod to things that aren't necessarily gameplay systems, but we nod to them as part of the narrative.
Over to the right
Part of the
there,
music
Andrew
world.
was teasing. That's the Great Hall over through those doors. Again, we're not going there. He's just kind of like, no.
Cool.
Here's another collectible page. You know, just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts that you can do and pick up and.
That's a shot straight from the trailer too. That part right there, I recognize that.
We might be giving you a little fan service here with callbacks to those. So,
And this must be summertime because I noticed these are the summertime windows.
I can't deal anymore. Just take my money.
The detail they put in this is kind of,
bro.
I get surprised by it all.
I'm getting irritated, man. Just take my money, bro.
Oh man, and we're going out. Look at that.
This is where the students would normally kind of congregate, just to kind of chill out, play, meet each other outside of the Great Hall before and after meals.
This is lit.
And I love the way that when the castle interconnects to, that it interconnects outside, inside. There are pathways on both sides of things, so you really get a sense of scope to how big this castle is.
And when you see things, like you'll notice a bridge over there, that's a place you can go to and cross. Like everything that you see is a place that you can visit.
Wow.
We put a lot of effort in making it feel really alive. Not just with student population, but even just the greenery.
It looks good. Y'all did a great job.
And this castle's been here for hundreds of years, so just kind of the moss and all the trees that have overgrown it, and
oh my gosh,
that landscape.
It's a very
Scottish
game. It's
might
awesome.
look a little familiar to you.
I thought I
wonder if it's
recognized
crossplay.
it. I believe this is from
I hope so.
the Spring ASMR, and yes, so that puzzle right there, that view, Andrew is taking us right back to
I am going to tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle and to keep moving on. We can't spoil everything. We can't give you everything, right?
Hogwarts contains a lot.
But you can. But you can.
Oh my God.
But this is this grand entryway right here, coming down into.
You can give us everything.
A really kind of central area.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the greenhouse outside, and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
This is a big hub of the school. Like it's a big castle, but
Bro, it's amazing. This game's
it is designed so you shouldn't get very lost. This is kind of a grand central station.
I love that. I love
each
that.
direction, it's green over there, so the greenhouse is over there. Transfiguration Courtyard, the library straight ahead. So it's kind of the hub of a lot of the castle.
Even the color visually, you can just tell. Okay, green,
green go that
greenhouse.
way.
Oh my God!
A lot of it'll be subconscious, but it'll help you really learn the castle and feel like you know your way around.
That's not to say that it's easy to learn. All of us here still get pretty lost in it on a daily basis. It's a castle. It's
great point.
I love that Andrew's definitely teasing a lot of things here. I'm noticing he's swinging the camera this way and that.
Why
he's got this grin on his face over there that's just like, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
From the reveal trailer.
The music, everything.
This is another location where the students will gather, and just kind of chill out.
And an opportunity to talk to somebody,
Spire.
get a quest giver here.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that ring around gives you quests.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Voice
I'm
is
just. I'm Nellie, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The
what
Daedalian
keys?
keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Mole, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years.
Professor Black.
You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
I'll look into it. Why? Ooh, okay. Options. Does it?
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do.
Does it give you a path?
In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them.
Questions. Like,
so it's kind of side quests are really, it's a cool way to interact with your fellow students, with perhaps other teachers, with, you know, various things like that, as well as teach you some more of the secrets of Hogwarts, I think. There's a little bit of that.
My money.
Yeah, so the students are a way to kind of like flesh out the school opportunities around it, what we can do, and then those interactions, different interactions with different characters can also offer different choice points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game-wide. Some of these affect characters' lives, the ending of the game.
And sometimes it's just about you being a little bit of a nice guy or just being a jerk.
Yes, absolutely. So the scale really varies, but those opportunities exist for the player.
Wow, look at this.
Wow.
This is the Dada Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Tower.
Which this is one of my favorite locations in the castle. Just visually, you come in here and just the richness of this area.
Very iconic, very unique to anywhere else in the castle.
Somebody else that we can talk to, notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first year or an 11-year-old.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am?
Oh.
Zenobia Noak. The girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
She's part of the crew. Gotta help her. Ravenclaw. Let's go.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoil sports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst.
We got you, man. As soon as
I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought
Chandler
my
could just
collection
get
down
in
to
the
the
game
common
right
room.
now. I can help her out
My
right now.
gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstone's interesting. Sounds awful.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Sounds like they overreact. I haven't done the same.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
Call her
I didn't
out.
make the rules.
Don't call her
Anyway,
too much. That's the squad.
I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented 5th year to help me.
She's trying to soften you up, bro. She needs that advice. You don't have any friends, have any ideas? I can't make any.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
I love that interaction with her because there's so many ways that you can go with that. You can you can feel for her. You can be a jerk to her. You can be like, gobstone sounds awful. It sounds like you're just mean. Like
customization, bro. The customization.
Yes, they continue.
That's a good example of the
gobstones too. I know people are gonna ask, gobstones playable? They mentioned it, right?
Yeah. Gobstones is one of the things that is not playable in the game. I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few things. Honestly, it's both it's an
everyone's
amazing
thinking
thing on
about
the
Quidditch,
franchise,
man.
How many
I wonder if they're
things
gonna
about
bring
this,
Quidditch.
Like speak to us as fans and that we want to turn into gameplay. And there were calls that we had to make over the course of production of kind of like which things we will and won't include in the bucket. Just kind of for the overall
Wizard's Chess.
Those are things that aren't featured.
I know they added Quidditch.
They're featured within the world.
Right. I'm glad they're mentioned. They're a part of the wizarding world.
Yeah. Every single time there was something that we regretted because we couldn't include it. We also tried to figure out a way to make sure that it was included in the narrative, included in the stories, make sure that there's a way to kind of like acknowledge it, touch it, and make it feel like it's definitely part of the world.
And I know here too, we're like,
reaction.
I was like, we're in the Defense Against the Dark Arts Pass. I recognize that staircase to the left where we were just at. Andrew was walking by. I also recognize the dragon at the very top. Oh my gosh.
being in a classroom, I think this is a good opportunity to talk about how classes work, because we've gotten a lot of questions about that. Is it a schedule-based system? Is it so tell us how classes work.
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day?
There is a day-night cycle.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter of which has a set of missions that you can choose between as you're progressing through the game, and classes
they're really good with secrets.
So there are mainline things the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities outside of that through kind of like side classroom missions, essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure and also get to know the professors better.
That's cool.
And I just want to call out something that Andrew's been kind of showing off, ways to kind of interact with the environment and just engage with the world. And, maybe down there who's sipping some tea with
Victorian high school,
So it's like society.
GTA. I just don't wonder you like this area because we built it for like the pure blood.
Or Bully. Remember Bully?
Well, like
GTA,
speaking of lived in, like
thing.
the sound
Sims.
effects again, the chatter of the communication
Hogwarts.
is happening and the footsteps, like it just makes it feel more alive.
Little events like that, brooms going
I
by
just saw
overhead.
a broom go by. Love that. The data tower was one example, but no two hallways should look the same in Hogwarts. It has a lot of personality. Every hallway should be a little bit different, and that's mostly to help orient the player.
Right.
Help you not get lost. But this is Hesperus Hall. That's a little nod from the Marauders, a name that came from the Marauders map. But every hallway will have a little bit of a different personality. And
personality, I like that, because it does, like, Hogwarts has character. Hogwarts is its own character no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Feels just a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a sentient castle full of magic for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's going to
kind
of
of
grow and develop. Oh, I heard something.
Yeah. Speaking of characters.
Speaking of magic, Mr.
wait.
Magic himself.
My future poltergeist too.
We talked about building on lore too. I know there's that statue over to the side.
Oh,
That's
do you know who that is?
Lachlan the
Trying to
Lanky.
look for
And
the
he's got
example,
his
dude.
bow truckle
Looking on the
friend.
screen, it's just like-
And I think if players don't know, there's another
Well,
Revelio page there.
Yeah, there's a map of Argyllshire. We know the fat lady hides there.
Hides behind it. That's right.
The third book.
That's right.
But sometimes a hallway has personality by how it looks, or we just passed a music hallway where the portraits have kind of taken it over, and so the sound makes it really unique.
All right, I got to call this out here. I know there's been some criticism in the past that our trailers and our gameplay and what we've shown so far has not had enough owls. Okay, so here we are at the owlery. We're looking directly at the owlery to show you all of the owls.
It's a lot of owls.
It's a lot of owls at the owlery.
I love the fog rolling
Why
down.
is that a
Great
thing?
callback. Great call.
But I also love that as I one of my favorite things about just kind of going around on the outside of the school is that all those things that I see are places that I can go to, that I can visit. I just love that sensation knowing
so
that that is
cool.
real.
Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
That lovely Scottish countryside.
We're kind of
All right,
closing out
remember that,
our
guys.
mini
Everything
tour
you
of Hogwarts,
see,
and again,
you can
it was
actually go
but
to.
a fraction
Right.
of this
tour.
enormous castle.
I want it all.
But we're closing it out here in the clock tower, so another recognizable location.
Yeah.
But this is where Crossed Wands, which is the secret, not so secret dueling club, is that the students have put together. Professors definitely know about it, but they think they're being clever. And it's run by this Lucan Brattleby here.
And who's this?
Who's in a
Lucan
younger
Brattleby?
year, but we kind of like that that he's running things.
Oh, Lucan, may I use training?
Hello, Lucan.
What?
May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of
Gryffindor?
combinations to practice.
Nah, I'm
Ready
good,
to
bro.
have a try now?
Ravenclaw.
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them,
His
let
voice.
And this
does
is a
not
really
match
good
his
opportunity
face.
to now jump into combat,
But
because
that's
really
okay.
in the
We
game
love
this
you
is going to
guys.
be the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way. For me personally, this was where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top is the Accio spell, followed by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There's certain spells what the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. I'm just using one now. And you trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2.
Oh, they're
so if
giving
you tap
us
R2,
actual
that throws out a
gameplay,
basic
and
shot.
I'm
But
really
that R2 is also
satisfied
your
of what I'm
gateway
seeing
to
right
all
now.
of the spells that you might
is
slot.
such
So
a
if you
double
hold
right
R2
now.
instead, you can see how the diamond expands. And if we let go, you see how it contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can gain additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things very rapidly.
Yeah.
And so you learn over the course of these
PvP,
events, how to juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting spells, just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again, you can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel. And then as you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like juggle and adjust and update those things. And so if you hold down R2 and you tap the D-pad, it will switch between your other diamonds if you've unlocked them, and that's how you access all this.
Oh man, it looks like we're about to get some action over here.
Yeah. So this is a great way to kind of learn how to pull things together.
Oh my god!
So
pull those combos together.
Here. Yeah. Tap, Accio, tap, tap, tap. Awesome.
Well done,
Andrew.
And that's just against the dummy, but I mean...
I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
I think now we can take on something a little more challenging. It's going to shoot back.
Well, let's talk about some more features of the combat
Shout
system.
out to Lucan, man.
Hello, Lucan.
W personality.
Is the next
bro.
round of crossed wands all set?
I wish you were
Yes, it
Ravenclaw,
is.
but...
I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
We're on a PS5 dev kit here, so we're going to be able to kind of pause the action and talk about what you're seeing on the screen, because there's about to be a lot going on.
Okay. Sebastian Salo, dueling partner.
All right, here you can select if you want to fight with somebody else, some of your classmates. But in this case, we're not. We want that action to feel a little more frantic towards you to really get you that sense of combat.
Why did I pre-order if you're not going to show me anything?
So apparently you've got quite the reputation because they've got you up against 3 people.
3, off the jump.
Okay.
So I can explain this just because I know people are going to go into it, but we can probably just kind of jump in. You're not the only one that has Protego and the ability to deflect. The enemies do too. And we actually play with that when it comes to the spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them. So to help players understand kind of like the function of their spells, we're trying to put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are, I'm forgetting the other one, all of a sudden, control spells. And so those things for the player, they wind up also being a color indicator for which actual spell to use to break the different shields that enemies can use. That way it rewards kind of like that close attention that you're paying on things.
We've got this paused here now, and you can kind of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's going on.
Give us a breakdown of different things that you're saying. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health. And so, as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown. The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to an attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack, and if you tap the triangle button by default, then that you'll be able to deflect that attack that comes in and off with the protect.
And I love that deflect where it goes off and like hits things up and breaks things off walls.
But also, if you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It also deflects and turns around with a counter attack stupefy that actually stuns the enemy. And you can use that even in your combos and stuff. So if you're focused on a character, you know, and you're doing your thing, and someone else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a direct attack on the person that you're comboing.
Back into gameplay here. Andrew's gonna pretty handily finish these other students off here.
I like it.
Win
I
this
like
duel.
it. I'm pretty sure there's different spells too. This is just the basic spells.
Like a dance.
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, we
he
really
drank a
felt
potion
like
to heal.
We really felt like in the movies, there's almost like a.
So I'm guessing, look, combo times 5 in that corner. I don't know. I think
like
you get like a special.
There's this element of kind of like fencing from a very great distance, and there are a lot of things that we had to do with our controls and combat system in order to kind of capitalize on that idea. That's pretty unique to the Wizarding world.
Yes. Well, perhaps you should try that next time. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round.
I'll
let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Change your robe, Luca. All right, quest complete. Cross wands, round 2.
And that is more or less going to wrap it up for us for now. For what we want to show you, character creator, tour of Hogwarts, and just that little taste of combat. But we didn't want to leave you without maybe a little taste of something that we may show in the future, may show next time. You know, so leaving the castle, going out here.
More owls confirmed.
Owl mail. There's the owlry again. Yes, all of the owls.
All right, I don't know who told.
But yeah, just heading out here again to show you like from Hogwarts to the world beyond Hogwarts. And
yes,
this is not somewhere where we're going today, but we will definitely be taking you in the future.
It's beautiful. I like it.
Combat is scale of the castle
right.
back
the combat's
there.
all right. We haven't
All
seen.
right, so we're gonna wrap things up here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed everything that you've seen. But I think James, you may have a few other questions here at the end of things. So while we're done with what we're showing on the gameplay side,
just take my money, Chandler.
There's a few things that
Chandler, just take my money.
Alan and Boston's brains
and let me play, bro.
I love that. There's a lot.
Take my money.
All right, so
he has a notepad.
Some of these questions
Let's
we
go.
did pull from the community secretly, but I did pull from the community. So,
and also from, I mean, going through this, I
Based
feel like
off
you've come up with some things you want to talk a little more about. I'm sure.
Elaborate on, because we went through character customization, Hogwarts itself, and even combat. So this would be like for the both of you guys. Will we be able to go back and change our character creation if we don't like it?
That'll be a question.
So not everything, but there are certain things with hairstyle, hair color. So kind of like core shapes, you know, like with the body and face, not after the fact. But there are lots of things. There's kind of like a barbershop in Hogsmeade that you can go to. And
of course, there's a wizard barber.
You could change your hair color for
Simesk.
holidays or something. Right?
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
The game features a lot of appearance customization in it, so there's a ton of options there. But that's in terms of like your character and stuff that you have the character creator. It's like a smaller set of what you saw there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, awesome.
Smaller
Next
set.
question: what kind of leisurely activity can we do? Can we study with our free time? I mean, what will we be doing just hanging out in Hogwarts?
Because as you progress through the game, there's a bunch of different missions that open up. Most of them are driven by different characters' personalities. You know, some of them want help getting up to hijinks, or some of them want to just explore secrets in the castle because there are new secrets in our castle to explore. And so, I think there's a bunch of things to do. And when it comes to class, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just kind of like the mainline stuff. There are kind of like extracurricular assignments, some of which are optional, some of which are are kind of like blockers for main mission. Kind of like you can't go on this mission until you have the spell, and then the spell is open. You know the assignment and how you complete it with your professor. And so there are opportunities to study, so to speak, like with that. But they do all take the form of our mission structure.
As you mentioned earlier.
She take my money.
Let's get into some combat right quick. Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal?
Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal? I'm trying to think of how to describe that. So each spell has kind of like its own core identity and what it does in the game with regards to both kind of like puzzling, world exploration, and enemy combat and all that kind of stuff. And then it's through the talent system. Right? When you go into that, it's kind of like each of those spells has ways to kind of like advance and grow and change. And as you spend talents, in some cases, it even changes like the way you approach the battlefield and things like that. So I'd say that's no more true than with like dark arts, for example. And as you go down that line and you kind of play around with those talents, it really does start to kind of like affect even how you approach combat and how you think about the battlefield.
I won't be touching the dark art stuff, but I know many of you guys will be.
Maybe on your second playthrough?
Second playthrough, yes. Dark Hufflepuff coming, #soon. I want to close off with this question. And this will be for everybody, and we'll start with Boston. With this game that you guys have been working on for however long and the excitement you guys have, what's one aspect of Hogwarts Legacy that you are excited for the fans to experience?
Yes.
I think I'm just excited for the fans to play through the world, specifically the castle, and maybe go read those books again. I hope that either whether you're already a fan and love this game, or this is your first introduction into the world, I hope they just point at each other.
That wand is moving on its own.
And, I'm just excited for fans to get to finally go to Hogwarts and feel like they can own it. Live there. I've lived there for 5 years. It's a great place to live. Official 5th year.
It's really funny because I want to give a different answer and I will, but I actually feel like the most honest answer is really similar, because my favorite thing when running around playing the game and getting to know Hogwarts the way Boston knows it, because she knows the school and the lore better than I do, and thank God, right? Because you want the person architecting it to really know that. But when I rewatch the films or I'm rereading passages from the books, there's a different relationship to those things having played the game. And so it's really looking over the edge and seeing location. I'm like, oh my God, I'm right there. And in the movie saying, I know what's around that corner in the film. Like if you go down this way, there's actually a thing over here, and there's this person over here, and this thing happened, and it just adds all this richness to everything that you already love.
And not just that, but you're going to add your own story. So you know what happens around that corner because you did something.
And then the quick answer, just to have something different, is I just love being on a broom. I just love looking at the whole world and just being like, okay, I can just go.
I can go there.
That vantage point,
there's just something exhilarating about it that feels very different in that kind of open air and all that thing. It's just like, it's kind of incredible.
And wrapping it up, for me, it's just bringing the community together with it and sharing those stories, because it is your story, and you are going to be writing. This is your unique experience within this, and even within the things that are the same, it's going to be your unique experience. It's different from mine. It's different from. We're all approaching it from different places, and I think that's going to be really cool, the way that everybody brings those things together. All right, and that's everything that we have to show you today. I know maybe it wasn't everything you wanted to see, but it was a whole lot of stuff. Character creator, a little mini tour of Hogwarts there, just a small part of it, a little bit of combat. And we do have some more stuff coming up for you in the future. Hogwarts Legacy releases on February 10th, 2023. And is available for pre-order now. But that's going to do it from us. We're going to leave you with a little something else. But for now, bye.
Bye. Oh my God, bro. It was worth staying up. I'm not gonna lie. has put in, oh my god, bro. This stream has put in perspective of what I'm expecting to play. Like, okay, yeah, the spells were like okay looking, but we don't know. Like he said, there's different talents to different spells, so it might even advance, or the spell could even get bigger, and there's over 20 spells to learn, right? So this is really promising, dude. I'm so happy I prepaid. I prepaid as soon as I heard. I had faith in it months ago, so. Whoo! Oh my god, dude. Comment down below what y'all think is gonna happen. Do you guys think that the spells will evolve and grow as he says? He did kind of mention that in the stream. So I hope it continues that way, man. I'm excited. Whoo! All right. Man, the energy we're sharing right now, if y'all haven't seen it and this is your first time watching it, this is going to be a game changer. This game is going to be a game changer, and I'm calling it right now. Oh, heaven is real, and I don't know why. That was amazing. My confidence is through the roof. That was amazing. My confidence is through the roof right now. That was amazing. My confidence is through the roof right now. Like, share it, spread the news. Hogwarts Legacy is taking over the world.